Hey everybody, what's going on? Froggy Sounds here. Nothing I say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. We are keying up. The whole AMC mess is over. Done with it. You guys saw my video. I decided to dump it regardless of what happens Monday. I've had one of the best weekends in like 2 years so far. I feel good. I'm well rested. And I'm already keying up on other plays. You guys know, just to recap, I came in and I talked about TMF since then. I think around 564, we're up to 618, bouncing around, hitting trend lines. We got call options on that one. TMF is potentially a squeeze play because treasuries are being sold and shorted so heavily that with BRICS coming in and the dollar devaluing, there is potential for this thing to see short covering into the future, which I think it's plenty of room for a run up. There's multiple gaps starting even down here. There's gap at 807. Then there's a gap at 1077. This is the lowest it's been since 2007 or 2009. So it's pretty interesting. The other play I'm keying up on, also one that somebody brought to my attention, is Ideonomics, IDEX. This company I followed for a little bit back in the day. It's not looking very good for them, in my opinion. They do electric tractors. Now, I'm from a farming town. Diesel rules rural America. Diesel absolutely rules rural America. Electric tractors are just not going to vibe, in my opinion, with the demand that farmers have. Ideonomics just came out and did a reverse split, 1-for-125. It's absolutely crazy. So, what I'm going to get into probably Monday, since it's sustained, it did a 1-for-125 reverse split, hit a high of 438, started coming back down after hours, just kind of trickled off. I'm going to look Monday morning and see where it opens at and look at taking some puts, probably for, I believe I tweeted it. Yeah. Looking at puts for potentially October 20th. I think 350 puts at October 20th on this thing. One, because of cash burn that they have. Two, the debt they have. They have 31 million in debt and only 18 million in cash from the last cash raise. If they do a cash raise here after a 1-for-125 reverse split, this thing is going to get destroyed. So that's the next play I'm looking at. Overstock started creeping up again. I still think there's a gap down at 21 bucks. I'm going to wait and see how the market reacts overall in the coming weeks. I'm going to try to jump in calls at $21, maybe even buy some stock. So those are the three I'm really working on right now. Space, still putzing around, new all-time low. Had a nice pop. I was up over 30% on the calls. Probably should have dumped them. But I'm going to continue following this one. Space likes to make big moves right when nobody's watching it. And it's considering at all-time lows and their successful launch just a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I think it's going to be a good deal. I'm going to hold on to that one long-term. That's about it. So still following TMF, looking at Innovix, going to watch that. It hit the $13 mark, took a sharp run, up 6% yesterday. Might be taking call options out on that Monday morning also. So I'm looking at holding my TMF calls, new call options on Innovix Monday morning. Insiders started buying on Innovix again Friday, which is a really good thing to see insiders buying. This thing does look like it potentially could pop back up above its trend line and then work back towards taking back towards $15 to $19 in my opinion. The battery tech's great. We've already went over that 100 times. Overstock, seriously one of my bullish things I'm looking at right now. Bed Bath & Beyond IP. They're going to have baby and wedding registries. They're looking to relabel from Overstock to Bed Bath & Beyond. And with what happened to Dick's Sporting Goods in this recent month, the past like 30, 40 days, it's going to be something incredible. Everybody's going to be going to e-commerce. Overstock's going to be one of the main contenders, in my opinion, to Amazon in the future because of things like T0, Grain Chain, Bed Bath & Beyond IP buyout. It's just loading up on assets, and people can't deny it. Grain Chain's going to be a big one. We'll get into that later, but I wanted to pop on Saturday, kind of tell you what I'm thinking about Monday. I'm still floating around, getting over all the AMC stuff. It's incredible to be away from that play finally for good. Saved a lot of people a lot of money. There's a lot of DMs, a lot of emails coming in. people talking about, bro, I got out at 8 and I bought ape at $1.60 and sold at 2.30, and that's great. And my number one mistake was when we hit 2.40, I should have took profit. I was over 40%. There was no reason not to take profit except for greed. I've made the mistake in the past. I got too wrapped in to trying to figure out what everybody else was doing to help them. I've made that mistake. I'm not going to do it again. But I only got out at a 7% downside, so it's not a huge loss for me. But there was a lot of people who made a lot of money off ape from $1.40 to $2.40. A lot of people who got out of AMC before a 70% downside, and that's great. Got out at 8 and ape at 2.40. Yeah, they sold at the top. They did. There's a lot of people who got out. I've got emails. I'll bring them up and show you guys. I've got people emailing me right now in DMs from last week saying, bro, I got out at 8. I got out at 7. I got out at 5. Okay, well, Scott Ellis, and you're wrong, so you're dumb. Anyways, I know who thanked me, and I know the money that was made. If you lost money, that's your fault. You choose when to sell. You choose when to buy. I just say my opinion. I told people back at 2.40 you might want to get out. It's on record. It's on video. So whatever. Yep. So anyway, either way, in between that, the AMC call options I bought ripped. I made over 125% on those. That was 3 weeks ago. So multiple plays, multiple things there. You guys can be sour grapes if you want. I really don't care, Scott. Anyways, that's it, guys. I just wanted to come on, touch base, TMF, Innovix, Overstock, and IDEX. I'm doing calls, TMF, calls on Innovix, probably calls or buying stock on Overstock. And then boom, I'm going to do some puts on Ideonomics. Are you buying puts on AMC? I don't think so. I think I'm completely done with it. I don't think I'm going to touch puts, calls, stock, nothing. Oh, actually, I'm lying. I'm sorry. I still have my AMC calls that I bought 2 weeks ago. Those expire September 1st. So Monday, if this thing does rip off of the settlement for some reason, if there's some type of margin call from, say, the settlement shares at 6.9 million aren't enough to cover everyone who deserves or who is entitled to those shares, say the count they did isn't accurate, and there are tons of synthetics out there and institutions will be on the shares for millions and millions of AMC settlement shares, they'll have to pay those in cash. And that could be hundreds of millions to $1 billion. So if there is some type of run Monday, I still got my AMC calls, and I think I have like 55 AMC shares that got put into my account Friday right before close for some reason. So if anything does run, I'll make a little money back on the 7% I lost. I'll cash out and I'll be done with it. But in my opinion, I would rather put puts on IDEX because a 1-for-125 reverse split is not ideal in any sense. It's clearly obvious their only thing that they're attempting to do is raise cash. I'm going to let it open Monday morning. I'm going to watch it very carefully. Sometimes after reverse splits, stocks run, which this one kind of did here. But I've seen similar companies do this. I can't remember what the one was called, like Fly or Sly or something. And yeah, so I'm looking at this for puts Monday morning, so I'll take some comments. Did I sell yesterday at 14 or 28? Was it a combination total because Fidelity showed at 28 yesterday? I don't know, because at one point in time, Fidelity showed it at 28 for me too. So, but what I got out of it was 14 something dollars. So obviously it was some kind of conversion error. The conversion was a complete mess. So Kathy N, yeah, I agree. They did make money. Sold all AMC, transferred to Ape. Tyson N, are you buying puts? We covered that one. Did Ape and AMC combine at 28? It doesn't look like it. It looks like AMC is 14 and Ape was 14, and they combined and they were $14. Which now hindsight kind of makes sense. But can you go live Monday morning? Yeah, I'll go live Monday morning, guys. So I want to cover IDEX close. I'll check AMC and Ape every now and then because I still have those very small positions in them. But say if AMC does run like crazy because of the settlement or something happens Monday, even the small call options I bought, if them run 300-400% or something, I'll make some money off of it. Either way, I'm focusing on these other plays. Every other play I've played, Signature Bank, UPST, Bud, when I shorted Bud, MCB, I made hundreds and hundreds of percent. I made tens of thousands of dollars off those plays. And as soon as I started messing, you guys saw my meta puts. As soon as I started messing with APE and AMC, I got locked into helping too many people that didn't know what they were doing. I got so busy I didn't take care of my own portfolio, and I'm not doing it again. So, like I said, I wanted to get back in meta puts after it came back up from the last time I shorted it, and I completely missed that. I shorted meta from here, or I'm sorry, this is the daily. Let me go back here. Here we go. I shorted meta from like 317, or I had puts on it, all the way down to 274, got out, could have got back in here for a bigger position, missed it because I was unfocused. So that's what I'm going to do. Either way, guys, hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to go do a little more charting, a little more DD on a couple other stocks, read some more IDEX balance sheet stuff. And I'm really going to look forward to trying to snag some Innovix calls and potentially Overstock calls on Monday. So Nick Rizzuto, Froggy, I just want to thank you for all your honest advice. No problem, man. I appreciate that comment. It makes me feel good. So either way, you guys take care. I'll see you Monday morning. I'll be on streaming, hitting my new plays, and we'll see where we go from there. So see you later. Froggy Stomachs out.